today. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your final. Mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving, because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now? To be consistent in all of his processes.
On the move to his left. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Rolling to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 45 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Extra point safely through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 23. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Locke. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Locke off a play action. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Lawrence on the slant. This is Chark. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's taken down inside the 30. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a touchdown. Oh, there's a flag down. They're already walking this one back. This one's not going to stand. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown. And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Again, it's Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead. Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more? I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career. So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And out across midfield down to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lawrence. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who are on top as they've hit halftime. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases.
Leap it. He will make the catch. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Seattle.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Josh Allen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke steps away to his left. Going for it all. And oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Sharks got it, left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now 1st and 25 after another penalty. Now Locke on the bootleg.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Ready? 10 more.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lock now on first down. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lock. From the left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, Lock steps away. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Clock now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a third and goal.
Here's Lock to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Not much there, only a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Pittman here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence to Chenault on the slant. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Here's Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence able to complete this to Chenault. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.